Welcome to a review of the LEGO set 75932 Jurassic Park Velociraptor Chase. So this is one of the first classic movie Jurassic Park LEGO sets that they released, and not only did they just release like the Raptor Chase, it's a bit of a misleading title because we have at least 3 different iconic rooms and one of them doesn't include the chase. Inside here we do have a sticker sheet, but it's not really obnoxious. What is a bit silly is that we have 2 instruction booklets. They don't really end or start anywhere in particular. It's just one instruction that they split into 2. And I'm thinking you wouldn't need to have 2 instruction booklets if you didn't have pages like this where they tell you, hey, here's one piece and here's one piece with one sticker and here's that one piece with one sticker attached to the base. That's how you put it in. Like, this could have been just one page instead of 2. I mean, I know this is for kids and all, but do you really think like kids are that dumb? Come on, they use smartphones. They're like super smart these days. And then the second booklet actually ends with 4 pages of pieces, guides, and all that. So that's actually quite a lot of pieces in here. Pretty interesting for a set that's not actually that big. Advertising for Lego City, and then for some of the other dinosaurs in these sets. And hey, you can customize and swap these bits around. Of course, it's Lego, and of course some other sets from the Jurassic World. But I like that mansion a lot. I feel like I can convert that and turn it into a Wayne Manor because as much as all the Batman sets we don't actually have a proper Wayne Manor yet. We have that weird Jokered Up version, but that's no good. So zooming in here, let's get this raptor out the way. Our first build is a super important ladder. Those of you who remember, they climb up this ladder to save themselves from the raptors from crashing into the room. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna spend like 10 minutes on this ladder, come on. We have our main room here. We have these 2 kids, which unfortunately do not use the newer sort of articulated short legs that the Harry Potter sets using. And that's a shame. Feels like if this set was released like today, like just a month after or 2 months after, they could have had that. And we have our 2 main characters there. So let's move them out of the way first so we can see more of this. Huge window there with a giant Jurassic Park logo in case you forgot this is a Jurassic Park set. To get it, there's a dinosaur, hey! We have a map of the island there, that's pretty cool. Inside this little box we have a wrench, like an umbrella, and a radio, so yeah, basic stuff in there, that's cool. And a phone there that never works because it's a storm, and in the movie of course it crashes, it doesn't work. It's a Unix system, I know this. Did you know that Unix system actually does look like that? There are actual systems like that, they didn't just make it up for the movie, that's kind of cool. Yeah, as a kid, people kind of make fun of that, like, oh wow, that's a weird line, but yeah, it is, but yeah, this computer thing actually exists, so it's not that weird. And we got the little sticker sheet there with him saying like, I'm fat and I'm dead, and I'm on Jerry Seinfeld. So yeah, this room, as small as it is, and because it's just a corner, it's very accurate to what the movie is, especially for considering its size. It's great. It looks great. What I don't get though is if you move this piece here and then you flip this piece up, during the building process, there's actually quite a lot of different color pieces in there. You see that? Those are completely unnecessary. I guess they stop these pieces from moving about, maybe during the building process, but those are essentially 2 bonus blue 1x4 flat pieces if you want to use them for something else. I don't know why they're down there. It's weird. So you got this whole room here. It looks great. It's just a cutout section from the movie, and even the roof area has some more extra details there. Great. And finally, the play feature here is that you do have. First of all, you have the handlebar there when the Raptors open the room. You know, when the Raptors over there, it's just like, Alan, let me in. Come on, it's me, Alan. So you can do that, but of course you also have, once they get the computer started out, this huge lock just goes ching, and they can't get in. Kind of wish there was an extra Samuel Jackson figure for this stuff. Okay, our second main room here is, I guess, the kitchen. The jelly here is also there for some reason. Yes, I'm British, so I'll call this jelly. It's not jello, it's jelly. Jelly and jam. Not jelly and jello. Americans. Ugh. Anyway, we have our knives and spoon there so they can eat the jelly. And we've got that cup there, and we have this hot dog there that's meant to be just go on here, but it keeps rolling out of place. I'm just going to put it up here. It's very important that you know that. And we have the iconic thing where they have the mirror reflection with the kid hiding inside this shelf, but it doesn't work here because there's no space. There's no mirror, so all you can do is just... So he can hide there, and then the raptor can come walking out. The raptor can't even fit between this like shelf and the cooking area. He's too big. So you're gonna have to remove this and customize it yourself to actually work. But you can still raptor still stand there, I suppose. But Alan, where are you? Come on, I'm your friend. And you can do that. So whatever. There is a single chocolate bar there. That's not a sticker sheet. And yeah, this sticker sheet definitely shows a problem there because from the other side it looks a bit silly. Still, the rest of this area is decorated. You got these built and designed there, so this isn't just a flat piece of wall that's nothingness. That's kind of cool, I guess. And finally, we have this third room here, which is like the DNA center. You got a camera there. The big door, of course, doesn't look anywhere near as good as what it does on the other side. Yeah, because most of the detail went on the other side. This side just looked kind of a bit tacky. You've got all these little bits and pieces that you can see showing up, so it doesn't look as good as the front. The steps here are quite nice, and this whole egg thing, that just fallen off, this whole egg center thing rotates, looks quite good. Doesn't look quite like it does in the movie, because after all, this thing is actually meant to be like a proper shelf, like a cylinder shelf, like a glass thing going around it. But for what it is, it does kind of look the part. And you got some more sticker details there, saying, hey, danger, embryo cold storage. So even though the steps are here, this room's actually coming from this side, so you walk up this way to access it. And they even give this little bottle there that you can use, this little cream bottle, shaving cream, whatever, or eating cream that they use, where you use to hide the embryos inside. So you got that accessory. So all in all, this build is quite nice. Obviously, you're going to be focusing on this room here, but as a play set, you can't just have one room, I suppose. That's what they were thinking. And the other ones, they're okay. This one's okay, and it kind of makes sense where it's standing, and doesn't really get in the way when you're just focusing on the main room. This kitchen area is a bit of a miss, I think. Perhaps take the budget for this ladder, remove those pieces, and put the budget into expanding this area. That would have been better. But for what it is, from certain angles, it does look the part. I think just from this angle, to be honest, any other angle just doesn't look quite right. So a bit of a wasted space here, but it's not too bad. I think the worst part of this set is the scale of this door. From a distance, it looks great, it looks right. But if you really think about it, here's an adult character, and that handlebar is way too high for her to pick that up. So it's a bit silly. The door's like way too big when compared to the size of the figure. But as a set, it looks alright. Another problem is, even though it looks too big, when you open it up, you see that the raptor is way too big for that. This raptor is far too big for its scale. The raptors need to at least shrink the size of one head for it to make more sense. In minifigures here, I think it would have been really nice to have Hammond, the owner of Jurassic Park. That would have been really great to have, but oh well. But what's really missing is Dr. Malcolm, and we now know why he's not in this set, even though he's such an important character for this. That's because he's featured in this year's Blocktober sets. Those are 4 sets, each having 4 figures from different themes that are usually being given away or sold at Toys R Us around the world. And yes, Toys R Us has disappeared in America, but I think the Harry Potter one is turning up in Barnes & Noble. I'm not sure about the other ones though. So in theory, that's okay because they're somewhat being given away as part of promotions and whatnot. Spend enough money and you get it, whatever. So in that sense, it's okay. But the Harry Potter set, we have 4 of the teachers. Ninjago set, I don't really know Ninjago, but you got some Ninjago characters. They don't look like main characters, so whatever. And we have the Marvel set, which is sort of some extra characters from Infinity War, which again, it's okay, like an alternate version of Iron Man. That's alright. They're not the main figures that you collect, that most people collect. But with the Jurassic Park one, I guess I'll just put the picture on the screen right now. It doesn't even come with 4 figures. First of all, the first one is just a baby blue and a chicken leg. That is not a minifigure Lego. Try harder. And then we have 2 alternate versions of our main character, played by Chris Pratt, and the woman, I forgot her name, I don't remember Chris Pratt's character's name, but whatever. Got 2 of those. And finally, we have Dr. Malcolm here in his younger self, not his older version from the Jurassic World movies. So, seeing that this is the only classic Jurassic Park set that we have, Lego's pretty much forcing you to either buy other Lego or buy more Jurassic World stuff, which, honestly, New Jurassic World sucks, so why would you want those sets? I mean, those sets are okay, but it's not a fan of the classic movie, such as myself, would want to just rush out and get. but you're locking away a classic movie character with some of the new ones. And even if you do like those sets, these slightly alternate costumes are not, for the main characters of Jurassic World, aren't that attractive. They look a bit different. Who cares? They're not. I don't think they're big enough or iconic enough characters to justify this. And again, the fourth one isn't even a minifigure. It's just a baby blue that you can easily get from some of the polybag sets that have been released recently. So it's not even a unique character. I mean, the other ones are great. They're unique stuff, but not this one. So that really sucks. That aside, what we do have here is, okay, let's take a look at the two kids first. These two kids there, the clothing is definitely recognizable. After all these years, they recognize it, but she really should have long legs, like, because she's like an older teen. He's a kid, okay, I get it, but she should have been taller. And perhaps he could have used a different hairstyle. I don't know, it doesn't quite match him. The hair just really takes me out of this figure. It doesn't look like him at all. And again, the faces are just sort of generic faces that you get anywhere else because they're just kids or whatever. That's fine. I don't have too much problem with that. Has a sad face. We've seen this face before, and same to go. Yeah, these two heads are pretty much identical, aside from the slight eye line. It's a bit different to make it a little bit more girly. It's the same. Our two grown-ups here. This like silver cannon thing. It must be a reference to the NES or Game Boy games where he just runs around shooting and killing all the dinosaurs you can see. Because it instantly reminds me of that. Even the colors like matching that. So kudos to that. It's funny. I think it's like, oh, we must respect like these animals and stuff, and gets like a giant bazooka and starts blowing them all up as he does, like he does in the game. He has an alternate piece for his hair if you want to give him that. So give him some messy hair there. That I guess kind of looks like him. Anyway, shirt is recognizable. Face not too much, not too special. It is specifically designed to be him, but it doesn't really do anything to me, to be honest. It doesn't have a back face because of this hat, so that kind of sucks. Laura Dern's character here, she doesn't have pink hair, but she does have a pink top. Okay, I don't know why all of the effort went into her figure, because she's got dual molded legs, for God's sake. Side leg printing as well. She's got a face. Yep, that was my expression when I saw you in The Last Jedi. Anyway, that aside, this figure, it looks the part, I suppose. I don't know, I feel like more effort should have put into him because he's the main character. She's also a main character, main-ish, but she doesn't do as much as he does. She does run through that raptor vest cage power generator thing, so like she's got that going on, but I don't know, he seems more important. Besides, he's in the third movie as well. Not that people like it too much, but he's there. And finally, of course, we have our raptor here. Like the colors a lot, it looks great. It's I think a little bit too big for its scale. Maybe you should. I like it to be a slightly smaller. I mean, his legs are just way too big. They cheapied up his legs, but he's still got that weird clawing that they do. So that's okay. Mouth has a click on it. Not too big of a fan of that. I wish it was just moved smoothly, but you still have it in the middle pose like that if you want to, and just goes click. Full rotation of the head. Yep, articulation on the arms and legs. Tail is a soft material, but it's permanently stuck to the body, so you can't remove that or not. So, despite being a soft material, it still matches with the rest of the hard plastic very nicely. So that's kudos to Lego there. Raptor itself is, I think the color of it is really good. It matches. It feels realistic for the most part compared to the movies and stuff. I mean, it's not exactly the same color, but it's still quite good. And for what it is as a Lego toy, this Raptor is quite nice. In terms of the original movie, I think this is a decent enough set. It was definitely a nice surprise to finally have a set from the original movie. This set cost me 340 Hong Kong dollars, and for the size and the amount of stuff I get to do and play around with this set, I think it's quite good. The main room is definitely excellent. The side rooms are okay. Like I said, the kitchen seems a little bit hit and miss, but the rest of it is quite nice. The figures we're getting in here, yeah, we've got the main characters, but that missing Dr. Malcolm thing is a huge bummer, definitely. For the price that this thing is going for, it's not too bad. I'll definitely have some other Lego I want to pick up, but and then I'll actually be able to get the Blocktober figures, but for the most part, Hong Kong doesn't really have a good promotion for those, so I'm gonna have to buy those separately, so that sucks for me. The build quality is quite sturdy. They didn't overload this with play features to distract from the overall look of the set, so I think that's really good. And it has that big sort of bazooka thing, which is quite funny, but having some sort of rifle or shotgun that Lego used to make would have been more accurate to the movie, so it's a shame they didn't do that. Otherwise, it's a pretty decent set, and fans of the classic movie would definitely enjoy this. Now, some of the other sets that I think fans would definitely want to see, and LEGO should do because they like doing vehicles, is that that car that goes on the track when they're sightseeing, the green one, the little dinosaur patterns. That would have been a great car to have. Perhaps just one sort of fence breaking scene with a T-Rex. That would be awesome. The grey and red Jeep that they use to escape and drive around, that's great. And of course, some sort of Welcome Jurassic Park gate set. And finally, maybe one more set for the building where they have the T-Rex in the hall, so you have some steps and stuff. That'll be a bit of a bigger set, but I think those are things that fans would definitely want, and fans from the old movie will be a bit older now, so they can definitely afford that. As always, if you enjoyed this video, found it useful, please consider clicking the like button, subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and share this video with other people. Leave a comment on how you feel about this set, and what other classic Jurassic Park movie sets you want to see get released by LEGO. As always, you can support this channel by turning ad block off or heading over to Patreon, supporting it there. If you want to send anything over to review, let me know. Send me a message through my channel's info page. And of course, most importantly, take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.